Hello, and welcome back to the Crystal Domain. We're not talking about Crystal Beast today, though. Instead, we've got our trusty Blue Eyes Cinnamon Roll Dragon tucked away with us in the corner as we check out the Structure Deck Advent of the Eyes of Blue card reveals. There have been 4 cards announced today for the Blue Eyes archetype. And we're going to talk about these cards in the advent of Dragon Master Magia existing. We figured it would be good to cover these cards and see, for domain format, what's kind of shaping up for these cards. How good are they? What do they even do? Because I haven't read them yet. So we're going to check it out right now, and let's see what they say. So first off, we have Rainbow Dragon with 3 heads, Blue Eyes Spirit Ultimate Dragon, a level 12 Light Dragon Synchro monster that requires 2+ tuners, a non-tuner Blue Eyes monster, and you can only use the second and third effects of this card's name each once per turn, so you cannot get out a second copy and re-trigger these cards. Effect number 1 is a static. Your opponent cannot banish cards from your graveyard. This is very good. Right off the bat, the ability to protect your graveyard does matter, especially in a game like Domain, where you have multiple opponents, and the ability to endure and recur from your graveyard without it being affected is a good start for a good monster for this deck. Effect number 2, when a card or effect is activated on the field, quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, this card gains 1000 attack until the end of this turn. This is pretty good. A negate on a easier to summon monster than Dragon Master Magia is good. In theory, if you had both of them out somehow, you would have like 4 negates per turn. That's pretty good. It's like Apollosa, but with like way extra steps. Effect number 3, if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 light dragon monster from your graveyard except Blue Eyes Spirit Ultimate Dragon. This card seems pretty good. Good body, 3000 attack, 4000 defense. Pretty good effects. That first ability to protect the graveyard I think is going to be quite nice for just in general to protect your graveyard. You don't want those cards gone. You want to be able to recur them. And so right off the bat, that's a good ability to have to protect your strategy. Let alone getting a negate where also getting a bigger body can matter. In Domain format, the battle phase does matter. And so 4500 is nothing to scoff at. And then also floating into a monster is good. So I think this card is pretty good. Granted, we are talking about Blue Eyes, so I don't know like how broken this is going to be, but it seems good. Next is Maiden of White, a level 1 light spellcaster tuner with 0 attack and defense. You can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. Effect number 1, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard and place 1 True Light from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in your spell and trap card zone. Is True Light revealed here? No. Okay. Is True Light an old card? I'm not 100% familiar with this one. Reading these blind does mean that also if it tells me to go get something and I don't know what it does, then I think it's good to know what that card is. Oh, this card. Okay. Alright, True Light, which is a continuous trap card, or the continuous trap card for this deck. It's the parallel to Eternal Soul. Okay, I get it. Effect number 2, if you special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Nice. So, recurs itself, you want this kind of effect. Effect number 3, when a card or effect is activated that targets this card on the field, or when this card is targeted for an attack. Quick effect, you can special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon or 1 level 1 light tuner from your graveyard. It can get a different tuner, it can get Blue Eyes out. This seems solid. A good extender and a starter of sorts. It searches out some good cards. Hand, field, or graveyard. is good for this effect to just, you can, you know, bop it from hand if you've already done stuff, and then you can also recur it with its other effects, so this is pretty good. We have a normal spell, Prayers with Eyes of Blue. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Effect number 1, discard 1 card, add a 1 level 1 light tuner and 1 spell or trap that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand, except this card. Pitch 1, get 2. This is net neutral because you're activating the card. This seems good. You could search out basically anything with this for older support, any of the newer cards, whatever this next one is. You could search out your Lady, Maiden of White, which is pretty good. There is also I think there's older level 1 light tuners as well that you could get with this. Effect number 2, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target a Blue Eyes White Dragon you control. Equip 1 Blue Eyes monster from your extra deck to it as an equip spell that gives it 400 attack. That's weird. Okay. And then I guess if the equip version dies, would that make it easier to get the card out of the graveyard then? Like, you equip an extra deck monster, right, and then you could float into it with other cards. This is interesting. So, like, backtracking for a minute. You can special summon 1 light dragon monster from your graveyard except Blue Eyes Spirit Ultimate. Okay. Right, so, like, sick, right? Okay. So, Prayers with Eyes of Blue, you use the second effect, and you equip it with Dragon Master Magia. And then, whenever they do anything to this, you float into Dragon Master Magia, which, like, it says it must be fusion summoned, though. Maybe you can't. That sucks. Man, if you could just float into this with Spirit Ultimate Dragon, that'd be really cool. I don't think you can, though. Oh, well. Well, there goes my idea. Saga of the Blue-Eyed Dragon, normal spell. You can only use the one of the 1 and 2 effects of this card's name per turn and only once that turn. Okay, so you can only pick one of these per turn and only once that turn. Effect number 1, special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck, graveyard, or banishment in defense position. That's very good. You can only special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon when this effect if you do not control it. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except dragon monsters. That's fine. Effect number 2, you can banish this card from your graveyard, fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material. That's also very cool. So, a negate, a good tuner, a neat, like, weird, like, potential getting cards out of the extra deck that you can bring back later easier. And then also a normal spell that summons a guy from anywhere. And then also, except for hand, but it's fine, deck, graveyard, or banishments essentially anywhere. And then also it can fusion summon a monster, which is very good. So all in all, looking at these 4 cards, I do feel like Blue Eyes, domain-wise, is looking pretty good. What do you guys think? You know, is there anything that I'm missing here with these 4 cards? Are they way more broken than I'm realizing? Let me know in the comments down below about what you think about these cards and how they will impact domain Blue Eyes lists everywhere. I'm sure that a lot of you are excited for these. I was more interested to see what they did in parallel to the other monster that came out recently with them. So with that being said, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. If you would like to support me and this channel, we are approaching 500 subs, which is awesome. So if you would like to see that goal met, you can subscribe, you can like the video, you can comment, and you can hit the bell. That way you are notified of all videos that come up on this channel. Thank you again for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Join the Domain Format Discord if you haven't yet. If you don't even know what the format is and this is your first video on my channel, check it out, learn about the format. Great alternative format. It's going to be what saves Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Advanced Format's dying from terrible card design. Come over to Domain Format and have fun instead of having a bad time and having to spend $5 bajillion on your deck. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!